Honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Chakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well in teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and our fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth that be like unto the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners and your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. To you, we say Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, we're coming back at you with another installment of our For Thy Violence Against Thy Brother Jacob series, dealing with the gasoline baths at the border. And we got a quick article on it, but we did, this is just summarizing the videos that you just saw before we started, okay? Give you a little bit of history on what happened down at the border and who was involved with it. All right, so before we do that, Salakia, I want to read the scripture, Obadiah 1 and 10. It says, "For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever." So this is a prophecy about Esau, Edom coming to an end for all of the violence that he's committed against Jacob or the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay, and he has worked hell on us, since we came under his rulership. And this whole story about the gasoline baths at the border is just another item where he, did a lot of projection. A lot of stuff we find out about Esau, he was really the problem, okay? But he put that problem on Jake, just like he'll talk about black on black crime when, it's white crime on everybody for them. So-called, they mess with everybody. They just can't leave people alone. And this is one of those things where, this whole gasoline baths at the border pretty much goes into ethnic cleansing of the Mexican Americans, or the Mexican who is also called the tribe of Issachar, okay, according to the scriptures. All right, so we'll just get into a quick summary of the article and go on from there.
Yep. All right, this is an article from Vox. It says in 1917, American health officials in El Paso, Texas, launched a campaign to use toxic chemicals, including gasoline baths, to disinfect immigrants seeking to enter the United States through the U.S.-Mexico border. Only a few days after the alarming practice was launched at the border, one Mexican woman refused to go through it, sparking a protest of thousands of Mexicans at the El Paso border. Her name was Carmelita Torres. She was a 17-year-old maid from Juarez who crossed the border daily for work. Although Torres and the riots briefly shut down the border, the campaign would continue for decades and even go on to inspire Nazi scientists. In this video, we trace the dangerous policies that lasted well into the 1960s.
Pause. Now like the 1948, y'all getting that correlation?
The Balfour Declaration?
No, not 1948, Shabbat.
1960s.
No.
1948,
the Hitler.
Yeah.
Shabbat, Hitler.
Yes.
The Nazis.
Nazis.
when it started.
Read that
Yeah.
part again, brother.
Yep, it says, although Torres and the riots briefly shut down the border, the campaign would continue for decades and even go on to inspire Nazi scientists.
Now you see why they made up this, I can't say the word, but you know what I'm talking about.
The hoax.
Small hats.
Yeah.
They're using Jake, oppression, affliction, to fit them.
Yep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, brother.
It says,
That's important to know that.
Mm-hmm.
It's important to know that.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead,
Because
brother.
that they said the Nazis got their torture methods from the United States, and then a lot of the stuff they're like, oh hell no, this is whack, this is crazy, but
yeah.
they still did their thing,
Yeah. But it comes to mind, Deuteronomy 28, the curse will be a sign upon us.
Yep. Yep.
I was listening to this documentary on it. Just trying to learn. And going off the documentary, if that documentary was true, it would have been horrifying. Because they saying they were just killing them, taking their kids. They were tricking them in to get on these buses and take them to these camps, just slaughtering all of them. And they was like, it was over like 2 million of just children.
The number always changed, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, though, brother.
It says, in this video, we trace the dangerous policies that lasted well into the 1960s, from the forced kerosene baths to the use of poisonous gas Zyklon B, to the fumigations of migrant workers in the Bracero program using the pesticide DDT. It says, watch the video above to learn more about this long history of toxic chemicals at the border.
Mm-hmm.
It says, let me see.
That was it.
Okay.
Yeah, and just to get more clarity, that kerosene was also mixed with vinegar. You know, so it was a very, very painful situation. You know, you recall that with the crucifixion, you know, they put vinegar in Yahweh Shai's side. So, and that's a very painful thing while you burn it. All right. And yeah, this guy Esau, and what they were doing it for was trying to get rid of. They said there was a lice thing going on. They were literally going into people's homes, you know, inspecting them for lice. And, you know, we did a little research last week before we started to do this video, and turns out it is Esau, who is the #1 demographic that gets lice. So that's what we were talking about, how they would take their problems and project them onto Jake, you know, making Jake the face of a lot of stuff. A lot of their issues, they take and say, you know, Jake is responsible for it. Like in this case, you know, I think the disease was called typhus that was going around, which was caused by lice. Well, if you lead the category in that lice, the problem is you. You know, but you're gonna make it make someone else the face of it. All right.
Yeah, that's into the article.
Okay. All right.
So,
roll on precepts.
yeah, bring in the precepts. Get that Genesis 30.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
And see that, and somebody get, I always get Jeremiah 50,
I got
33.
Genesis 30 and 18.
I'll get Jeremiah.
That proves that the so-called Mexicans are Israelites. Yeah, matter of fact, get that Jeremiah 50 first.
Yep, this is
Because the Lord didn't leave no tribe unpunished.
Right.
We all had to endure this captivity together.
Yep.
So we all went through that affliction together. And this scripture gonna prove it. Bring it out.
Yep, this is Jeremiah chapter 50, beginning in verse 33. Thus said the Lord Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
It says the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. That show you that the northern tribes were punished with the southern kingdom. You know, and they act like, you know what I'm saying, they just better than Jake. No, you're the same. You know, this is why Esau treat you like that.
Yep.
You know, you're not no friend of Esau. You his enemy, and that's why Esau every time he uses shit out of Issachar for hard labor, and then he show you he's using nigga.
Yep.
In his eyes.
I mean, this whole thing is a straight atrocity. How could you trust that Esau after doing something like this? You know.
They was dying, and really they don't tell the whole thing. They was dying of this shit.
Yeah.
And on a side note, that goes to show you that, you know, this Babylon that's being spoken of in Jeremiah 50 is talking about modern day America. See, because the last time we were oppressed together as a nation was in ancient Egypt. See, and we know that the northern tribes, mainly the northern tribes, went into the Assyrian captivity, Medo-Persians, Southern Kingdom, as well as Greek and Roman captivities. All right, so also this is talking about America here in Jeremiah the 50th chapter, because also you got Southern and Northern Kingdom here in the land of America being oppressed to this day.
Yeah, the Syrians took us northern tribes away.
King Solomon.
Matter of fact, you know, grab that 2 Kings 17. Like old Esdras, second Esdras 13.
You want me to finish this Jeremiah 50?
Finish that. But lift that up too.
Okay.
That word, Issachar.
It says Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 33. It says, thus said the Lord Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go.
Right, and we still yet this day in our captivity together. You know, well, no matter where we at, we're on the bottom and we're under these curses. All right. They who judge was not to drink of that cup have assuredly drunken. All right. Now
Second Esdras.
get that second Esdras in that. Somebody needs 2 Kings 17.
You want it now?
Yeah, come on, bring it up.
Book of Second Esdras, chapter 13, verses 40. It says, "Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hoshea,
Hosea,
the king, whom Salmanasar,
Salmanasar the fifth.
king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into other land,
Right.
into another land."
Right, which we know that land would be America. Karatazar, another land. You know? And that's the moment when we never return to the land of Israel. Once this Salmanasar the fifth took us away, and we came to that land, all right, we never returned. As far as the vast majority of us. You had some sprinkles here and there, but overwhelming majority of us was gone. That was the Lord casting us out. Go ahead.
There you should
But
not
they
see it
took
again.
this counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and
Right.
go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt.
These would be this side of the world, so-called unknown world. All right, which we knew about this world when you go into 1 Kings 10. Tell you about the peacocks. Look at the peacocks. Talking about it goes to the Latin word pavos. It's talking about turkeys. Turkeys are native to the Americas. All right. Literally, like turkeys are native to and mainly Central America. All right, no, it's kind of south of North America, but Central South America. When they find the tribes at on the Americas, they named it that. You know,
Ashereth,
Yeah.
according to 2 Esdras 13.
Yeah, that's we're getting there.
Yeah,
So,
go ahead, brother.
it says that they might there keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land.
That's why you look up the history of the northern tribes. We were going off. There were some things we were keeping too, customs. You know, and that's just Jake for you. Jake was over here. We was idol worshiping this shit. Nobody says in Hosea that
He's trying to join us to idols.
that too. You can get that too, but it's the 5th chapter of Hosea. It speaks about the sins of Israel not hid from the Lord.
You want me to grab the Hosea first?
God, you can. Here you go, right here. Yeah, grab that.
Yeah, this is Hosea chapter 4, verse 17. It says, "Ephraim is joined to idols, let him alone."
Ephraim is joined to idols, let him alone. Northern tribes get heavy into idol worshiping, consorting with familiar spirits, all that. It's the account of all the northern tribes doing that shit. That's why the Lord really sent. He saw a bit of fuck Jacob over here.
you saw that those idols in that. Was that Third Bad Boys?
Yeah.
Santeria.
Santeria, yeah.
Santeria, yeah.
It's beautiful how you bring up the northern tribes, because we know Ephraim is the head of the northern kingdom. So, hey, you know, those up under the head are guaranteed to follow the head, basically. So if Ephraim is out here serving idols, what do you think the rest of the northern tribes are going to do?
Well,
Same thing.
That goes in that old saying: as the head goes, the rest of the body follows. You know.
Yeah. God.
Yep. Like with Judah, the whole head is sick. Judah leads everything. It says the whole head is sick.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's a good point, brother. Hosea 5.
Okay.
Hosea 5, real quick. We're gonna get that 2 Kings.
Yeah, then we all done with the precepts. I got some information on the
Okay.
DDT that was used. So let's keep those precepts rolling first.
All right.
Hosea 5 and 3.
Here we go. This is Hosea chapter 5, starting in verse 3. And it reads, "I know Ephraim and Israel is not hid from me. For now, O Ephraim, thou committest whoredom and
Whoredoms.
whoredom, and Israel is defiled."
Yep. Read the next verse too.
All right.
That's when they came over and found us. Even this car, they was doing witchcraft and shit.
Verse
Sacrificing their sons and daughters.
Okay. Ooh.
Jacob was doing some wicked shit, man.
Yeah.
Verse.
That's why the Lord had Esau come over here. A lot of northern tribes got fucked up. A lot of us. But you got some that that was lasted, But overall, we got fucked up.
Yeah.
Kind of like what Elder Yashwama said a while ago. He said, "Man, the most I was pissed off at Jake when he had the Spanish and conquistadors come over here and whoop Jake ass. The northern tribes go back across the walls, come back over there, just keep whooping Jake ass, taking them out on slave ships. Because a lot of people think about the transatlantic slave trade, they think about the tents of Judah.
Yeah.
The Lord used Esau to bring the northern tribes on them slave ships.
Yeah.
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 Before Judah started coming over here.
You kind of saw some of that in what was that movie that all the brothers were watching about a couple years ago?
Black Panther?
Goodbye Uncle Tom.
Oh,
yeah, and that was like worse than Roots. They actually played out Joel chapter 3 in that movie as well too. But in one scene, you saw the northern tribe on the ships with Judah doing the transatlantic slave trade.
Well, they knew the land here.
Yep.
So it was, so the one thing is take them out of this land, and ship them out, away, because it's like they could hide. They knew all the crevices and places to hide and to fight back.
That's right.
So it's like, okay, we need to send them away. So they're going to Europe, and different parts that's on the other side.
You got he's more than that.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, that was more.
Yeah, then you got the 2 Kings 17.
Yeah, he got it too.
It says 2nd Esdras 13 verses 43. It says, and they entered into Euphrates by the narrow passages of the river, for the Most High have showed signs for them and held still the flood till they were passed over.
And that's when you travel, around the Horn of Africa.
Yeah.
And the waters being held still is the currents.
Mm-hmm.
The currents are strong. And in ancient world, you have to know how to ride them currents to get to different lands.
Wasn't that same path that took a year and a half one way and a year
that's
and a
right.
half back? Yeah.
That's how you can link. That's how you link up the peacock. You look at the peacock. You go back to the Latin Pavos. King Solomon Navy took them a year and a half to come. He said every 3 years they came.
Yep.
So a year and a half that way, a year and a half back. Every 3 years they brought things for King Solomon.
Huh.
That proves that it took us a year and a half to get over here. Well, where did it take a year and a half to go?
So
That world right there connected by land.
yeah.
The whole known world at that time. So it had to be talking about over here.
God.
Because it took what? A year and a half. Go ahead.
It says, verse 45, it says, for through the country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half. And the same region is called Asherah. That then dwelt they there until the latter time.
Then dwelt they there.
And then dwelt they there until the latter time. And now when they shall begin to come.
The latter times.
Yes, sir.
That's why when they came over here, all right, they seen what? The 10 tribes. From North, Central, and South America.
I gotta
They
look.
said we're in the latter times. We're at the end of the latter times right now. But it was for us to be joined together, to be, again, Jeremiah 50 and 33, to be oppressed together.
God.
The reunion of the tribes. This is why the Great Awakening is so important.
God.
Because the Great Awakening started over here in America. All right? Go ahead.
I had a little information pulled up on Asherah, and this is from the Jewish Encyclopedia, so they know. All right. It says the name of the land beyond the great river, far away from the habitation of man, in which the 10 tribes of Israel dwell, observing the laws of Moses until the time of restoration.
See?
Okay. Then it says according to
Observing the laws. All right. It says observing the laws what?
of Moses.
Of Moses. They came over here. They found the Decalogue stone or Lost stone. They found little things with 10 commandments in it, written in Hebrew, block style Hebrew.
Yahweh, I remember that one. That was
Yeah.
card stone.
You look at the James there. He studied the language. He said what? It was ancient Semitic language. So they did a study on us.
Yep.
This is why you go into the history. how they came over, they had the Moors, which is the Southern Kingdom Israelites, that could speak what? Hebrew, number one, and it says Arabic, which Arabic comes from Hebrew anyway.
Yep.
Yep.
So they was fluent in that. So they had our brothers that even translate what we were saying, but they don't teach that shit in school.
Nope.
No, go ahead.
And there's like you find in Columbus's ledger, he brought 5 Hebrew interpreters with him.
There was more. They said
Yep.
more.
Yep.
And there was a movie called 1942.
1492.
1492.
Con.
With that 1492, where it actually had the guy playing Columbus mentioned the Apocrypha.
Yeah.
He's like, it's written in the Apocrypha, like how they came here.
That's
That's
what's coming up right here. Okay, start back at the top. The name of the land beyond the far great river, far away from the habitation of man, in which the 10 tribes of Israel will dwell, observing the law of Moses until the time of restoration, according to, now they have 4th Esdras, 13 and 45, but we know it as 2nd Esdras, 13. It says Columbus identified America with this land.
So they use the scriptures to find it.
Yep.
And to bring it all in, to bring it back into Issachar, that Decalogue stone out there in New Mexico, I believe it is.
Los Lunas stone, yeah.
And so that land, you look when you know your geographical land, or location. Most of this west part of this land was Issachar, so-called Mexican land. So it makes sense that Los Lunas stone was found out there. And what they have on there, the Ten Commandments.
Yep.
And this is why when they know we caught on to it, they start scribbling shit out.
Yep.
They start scribbling shit out because they like, oh, they know this shit. They know that they are the Israelites of the Bible. So they started scratching out like Esau do. He destroyed things.
Knock the noses off of stuff, yeah.
He destroyed things so you can't know. But once it got out, it was over with.
Yep.
Because the Lord was waking us up. And this is why even the apostles and the elders, they go into that. Matter of fact, Elder Kazak went out there and he just like it read it, fluently. It was a dude like an Edomite before Elder Kazak went out there. He read it fluently. He said this is the name of their God.
Yep.
Their God is Yahweh. Yahweh. Speckled bird. But why? The Most High name is dreadful among the heathen. So the fact he could utter that, he said it perfectly too. You brothers ever seen that video?
Yep.
Actually, it's funny.
He like a hippie ass Edomite.
With glasses on. Yep.
He said it's the name of their God right here.
Yep.
Yahweh. Well,
Which means, and when they tried their best to scratch it out, and they couldn't, they also tried to move it. This thing is shaped in such a way you can't get anything around it, and it weighs 80 tons. Approximately.
Big rock.
Yeah, big rock. So trying to move something like that has a huge weight and a non-uniform shape is going to be impossible. It's not meant to be moved.
right. So and that predates Esau coming over here. So that lets you know that Israelites is in this land. You can't get around it. So they try to scratch it out, try to remove the landmark that show you who the people are. That's why you go in the scripture sometimes they say Israelite, they may have Hittite behind it because he lived in the Hittite land formerly. Because they was the Canaanites in our land when we went to get our land. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they were going through that in Judges now.
Yeah.
And Joshua, some of them they couldn't get them all out of the land. A lot of them still remaining there.
But the land, the land was sectioned off. The Jebusites over here, Hittites. You know what I'm saying? But still, you live in that land, your name will probably have that attached to it because you live in the land of the Hittites, of the Canaanites.
Uriah the Hittite.
Yep.
See? Go ahead.
I have a
What we
quick
at?
precept. It's just
That was on that Barbazar?
That was it. Yeah, just
Oh, wow, that was good.
it's just quick, very quick. It's Proverbs 22, verse 28. It says, "Remove not the ancient landmark which thy fathers have set." So,
And also, scripture also say, "Cursed be he that removing thy neighbor's landmark."
all right.
You're not supposed to do that. All right, bring it up.
Back in Hosea chapter
I sit on there. You hold some. Go to 2 Kings. 17.
Okay. All right, this is 2 Kings,
No,
chapter
matter-
2,
matter of
verse
fact,
17.
Slakia.
Chapter
Go to First Chronicles 12 and was it 32 or the Second Chronicles 12 32? I call it.
I got it.
First Chronicles.
Let Kasarki grab it. When we speak about the so-called Mexicans, we got to get into the characteristics of the Mexicans. We know they got the Decalogue stone, the Lost Lunar stone, through the Israelites, but there's characteristics that go with them. And somebody get that definition of Issachar.
I had it.
Hold that on deck too. Go ahead, brother. When you got it.
First Chronicles chapter 12, starting at verse 32. And it reads, "And of the children of Issachar, which were men that had understanding of the times, to know what Israel ought to do,
Right.
the heads of them were 200."
So it says Issachar. Read it again.
All right. I'm going to start from the top.
Yeah. Come.
And of the children of Issachar, which were men that had understanding of the times.
Men that had understanding of times. You go into the history of Issachar, they was the ones that was can observe the lunar cycle, which is the moon cycle. Somebody get that too. But Issachar was good at Sirach 43.
Con.
Because Issachar they good at that, telling time. Without having, we didn't have no watches back then, clocks, but they able to do that.
I got it.
And then when I learned this truth, I question them. Like, man, you can tell the time without knowing the time and day.
Yeah.
Say, oh yeah, my grandfather, he can tell you what time it is exactly, bro. And dead serious, man. All of them knew that.
All I gotta do is look at the sun.
That's right.
Yep.
So bring out that real quick. So we'll go back to where you at, Kasar. Yeah.
Yep. This is Sirach.
Because watching the lunar cycle, especially bringing in high holy days.
Yep.
So Issachar had a responsibility for that. They got look, we got so many days. The new moon coming, the new Sabbath. We got the feast coming up. You know what I mean? Day of Atonement, whatever. They was perfect at that. Everybody have a job to do. Remember, the children of Israel are made to serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So we all have to serve in some way. Levites have their portion of serving. The priestly duties. So we servants, man. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, this is Sirach or Ecclesiastes chapter 43, beginning at verse 6. It says, "He made the moon also to serve in her season for a declaration of times and a sign of the world."
Right, and Issachar can look at that and say, man, this okay. Let me get Israel together. Let them know the heads, whatever. Let me send this message that y'all know this is coming in. All right, Passover coming up. Gotta get ready to get your unblemished lamb, male of the first year. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
It says, "From the moon is the sign of feast."
Sign the feast. Issachar told him the feast come up. Go ahead.
It says, "A light that decreaseth in her perfection."
That's all we need on that, brother.
Go
back to first-
That's precept for that too.
Come.
This is in the Apocrypha, the letter of Jeremiah 1:60. And it says, "For sun, moon, and stars being bright and sent to do their offices are obedient." Okay, so even though we know that Esau sought to change times and laws, he couldn't do it. That's how, like I said, Issachar was able to do that. They're going to be obedient and hold their offices no matter what he does.
Right.
Even with the daylight savings, the changing the calendar from 354 days to 365 days, with a leap year and all that, involved too. They are going to be obedient. That's how we can keep it today. All right.
A part of the so-called
Rakatha.
a part of the so-called Aztec, which is so-called Mexican Issachar heritage. They had the Aztec calendar.
Yep. Yep.
Yep. In the backyard, I was just pulling it up. He also had the Mayan calendar,
Mayan calendar.
which was the whole phenomenon of the 2012
Yep.
2012 collapse. They were all going based off of Issachar. It's like the Mexican of Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador actually. So these are the tribes in which they were looking at, because based off of their understanding of the time and the science behind it, it had people in hysteria.
Yep.
So the ones that can actually read the constellation and know the signs of heaven originally real good was Issachar.
Mm-hmm.
So they played a very important role. They would sound the trumpets. Go ahead, brother.
God, that's that kind of goes into when we get into that in that Jeremiah 31. 31. Is it 35 and 37?
Okay.
Where he was going to seek to change the ordinances of the moon, stars, and the sun, and if he could do that, he could get rid of. Yeah, you can go ahead and read.
This book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, verse 35, says, "Thus said the Lord Yahweh, which gave the sun for a light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and the stars for a light by night, which divideth the sea when the waves thereof roar. The Lord of hosts is his name. If those ordinances depart from before me, thus said Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever."
God, see, when you think of that, this is me speaking as a man. That's another reason why they was trying to get rid of Issachar, get rid of Israel altogether, because we know they're trying to block out the sun before the fake moon landing. You had Project A119, NASA Project A119, which is where they tried to send a nuke to the moon. A lot of people don't know that. They tried to send a nuke to the moon and blow it up. So here again, by doing that, they were going great lengths to try to get rid of Jake. And what we just saw with Elon Musk, that just proved that they never went, because he sent that rocket up and couldn't break the firmament.
And to back your point up as well, they know that the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai was going to come back upon these same men in the last days, so that they will remember themselves, in the land in which they were scattered, all the places in which they would be. So that's like the elders bringing out, the spirit of being able to know the signs and the times. That spirit would come back upon his people.
And they knew. So
they wanted to completely destroy that.
Somebody look up the word. Go to Genesis 30.
I got it.
The name.
Yeah, and read the scripture and read out the name.
Got it.
I had the name.
All right, I'll read 30. You pull up the name. It's the book of Genesis, chapter 30, verse 18. He says, "And Leah said, the Most High have given me my hire, because I have given my maiden to my husband, and she called his name Issachar."
Yeah, Issachar. No. No. Yeah, so Issachar, Issachar name was given, like our names of the tribes or the patriarchs. They are omens. So that's why when you read the scripture, it explains what the name, really meant. So just read that again. Read the scripture again.
I had it.
So
30 and 18. Book of Genesis, chapter 30, verse 18. It says that Leah said, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, have given me my hire.
My hireling, right? Go ahead.
Because I have given my maiden to my husband, and she called his name Issachar.
Issachar, my hireling. Go ahead.
The name there is recompense.
Issachar?
Yeah, it should be he is higher.
He is higher.
Yeah.
The blue letter going off.
Blue letter going up because it is supposed to be for higher.
Yeah, blue letter going off.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going off.
yeah,
See,
yeah, we know.
that's why the scriptures explained it.
Yep.
This car means Yeshashkar, he's higher.
Yep.
You know.
And
Yeah, but they that's that digital shit. They changing up shit.
Oh yeah. I used to have the 1611, the literal 1611 digital, and they changed the Greek saying Jesus into Jesus. So I got rid of it. That false name.
This is
But Issachar is my hireling. Now you go to Genesis 49. Somebody go to Genesis 49.
I got it.
There.
Go get it. Whoever got to read it.
This is Genesis 49:14. It says, Issachar is a strong ass couching down between the two burdens.
Strong ass. Ass or donkey, same thing. All right, it's a mule. You don't think of it as a mule. It's literally a mule.
God.
It's a small mule, but can do big mule work. That's how Issachar is. They can do. A lot of them small in stature. Got some tall, but a lot of them small in stature. They can do big work. They can do some mighty work. You be like, man, they getting down like ants and shit. Constantly working, like clockwork.
Which was probably, you know, again, me speaking as a man, that was a choice of the original reparations, the 40 acres and a mule to till that land.
But that's why Esau used Issachar for labor.
Yep.
Because who's doing the most labor in America?
Issachar, yep. See that my job.
I've been now dig this. I just do loads out here out west. Out west, the main workers out there. You got some Southern Kingdom Jakes out there. And some other northern tribes. The further west you go, you're gonna see mainly Issacharite workers. They in Starbucks, they in the truck stops.
Yep.
You know, they the construction workers, they the ICE agents.
You know,
They the fucking California State Police, Arizona State Police. You know, they out there.
You ever
Even
see
out
them
they
break
got-
down the roof?
Yeah, I turn into a load yard, to get a trailer, you know, whatever. Issachar the gate. Hey, what's up, bro? You pick it up, you know, and they be right there, bro. And it's like, damn, man, it's like they ain't never left. No matter how hard you start trying to push them down, because it says that they're read that again in Genesis 49, Kassar.
All right. Yep. Genesis 49:14. It says, "Is Issachar is a strong ass couching down between two burdens."
And they got it. They got the hardest working conditions, all right, and they got the really fucked up living conditions.
Yep.
Yep.
They work hard, man, and that's why when they really take like an old house, whatever they can get their hands on, they build it up.
Yeah, they remodel it. The whole thing.
I've seen Issachar build some
Yep.
shit up.
Yep.
Matter of fact, Issachar, they the main fucking builders, man.
Yep.
You want a house done? You want an outdoor deck, patio deck? They build that shit in half a day.
Yeah.
I know Issacharites paint your house in the whole day,
Yeah.
top to bottom, in and out. They got fucking the best equipment because they invest their money to get the work done. A lot of them got them fucking vans, man.
Yep.
Work vans.
Yeah.
They got work vans, work trucks. Everything they do is about working.
Yep.
Elder, I found it in the blue letter with in 38, 30 and 18. I clicked on my hire, and it's Shashkar, which is, you know, it says hire and wages. I know how we pulled it up. Issachar like was off when it goes Shashkar, and then of course we got Yah is he. So Yah
is hired.
He is hired.
Shashkar.
Even when you look here in the
You got to dig for it. You know, he saw a devil. You got to dig for it, brother. That was good. That was too hard, brother.
Yeah.
because you got this also in the Hebrew Chaldee lexicon. When you go to the bottom, it says he is wages or he brings wages, which that goes into, you know, Issachar. You know, he is hired, man.
Okay.
And they
Always
got
working.
shitty wages. They got shitty wages.
Yep.
Yep.
Because it's not get paid much. They put them shucks together, and they build on top of that. I've seen 5 or 6 Issacharite families in the house, man.
Yep.
20 of them.
And they working the same fucking job. The men work the same job, but eventually start branching out. He help him with his house. He help him with his house. You know what I'm saying? It's a trickle down thing
They
with
got
that.
a good system going.
Yeah, you know. And yet, you had Donald Trump trying to kick him out, build a wall and shit. See, that's how you know, man. Hey, without Jake, man, Esau ain't gonna have no fucking kingdom.
Nope.
Yep.
Because this place would collapse overnight without Issachar alone.
Well, you saw
Most Jakes don't want to fucking work.
right.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say you saw what happened when Florida changed that law, talking about if you were undocumented, you're gonna get arrested. Issachar left those jobs, man, and nobody else. They couldn't do the farm work. They couldn't do the building. Nothing. Those guys lost so much money so fast it wasn't funny.
I mean, somebody hold the priest up. Still want that Second Kings. We can drop that right now. Okay. What you got, Shaka?
Exodus 1. We start at 11. Exodus 1 and 11. Therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens, and they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom, and
Ramses.
But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew, and they were grieved because of the children of Israel.
So now somebody get now that's a good precept, brother. Because that's when we was a nation under the old Egyptians, right? Somebody get Revelation 11 and 8. Because speaking of the Egyptian captivity, that's why this place is known as spiritual Sodom and Egypt. Because somebody matter of fact, before you read it in Revelation, get Exodus 20 and 1.
Exodus 20, I got it.
You have to know what Egypt means, man, or what it meant for us. You know?
House of bondage.
Exodus
That's
21.
right. You're
Yep.
gonna read it, brother, because that's what it is. Somebody hold that Revelation still. You got it.
Yeah, this is Exodus 20, beginning at verse 1.
Wind blowing, so you might have to talk a little louder.
The book of Exodus chapter 20, beginning at verse 1. And Yahweh Bashem Yahushai spake all these words, saying, I am Yahweh thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Out of the house of bondage. That's why Revelation 11 and 8 says what?
God, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 8. It says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
Yeah, spiritually in Egypt again. It feels just like Egypt all over. The brother Shaki read in Exodus 1, made to serve hard bondage. Jake served hard bondage here. You learn the truth, like, damn, this really is like Egypt again.
Yeah.
We just slavery in Egypt, in the house of bondage.
It's mentioned again.
This is the house of bondage again for us right now. It says in Baruch 3 and 8 that behold, we are yet today in our captivity, where we are subject to payments. You know? Go ahead, brother.
Also is mentioned second Esdras 1 and 7 too. I am not, I even he that brought them out the land of Egypt from the house of bondage.
Right. So, and it's, you might well get second Esdras 15. I will not suffer them to dwell in the land of Egypt.
I get it.
Because though we're in the spiritual Egypt, and we had to go through this bondage, the Lord ain't gonna suffer us to dwell here anymore when He come and return and redeem us, man. But that starts with the remnant, which is before that can happen. As far as we can be delivered from our enemies, the Lord gonna gather His elect, man, and the rest of the 1/3, man, from this fucking Egypt we're in, this bondage.
Second Esdras 15 and 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt.
Right, which is America. This is where we get. All right. This is where our dead bodies was found in. Meaning what, we was in a spiritual dead state of mind. This is why this truth is so powerful for all the tribes. So when you see Issachar come up to the camps, you can point out to them. Y'all Israelites. This is who you are in the scriptures. You gotta know how to point it out in the scriptures, because why? It says in Ezekiel 37, when the children of thy people should ask, whether are these, what are thy meanings by these? Somebody get that. I'm kind of pushing it. You gotta know that. It's about around the 17th verse, 15th, somewhere around the 15th verse, something like that. Ezekiel 37. You gotta know how to identify these tribes.
I got it. Oh, go ahead.
Okay. So you want to go straight to the point and start up?
You can start right to the point.
This is
Matter of fact,
Ezekiel.
go read the whole thing.
Of Ezekiel
We here to
chapter
edify. We here to
37, beginning in verse 15. It says, the word of the Lord Yahweh came again unto me, saying, moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick, and write upon it for Judah, and for the children of Israel and his
In the
companions.
southern kingdom. Go ahead.
It says, then take another stick, it says, and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel and his companions.
In the northern tribes, so-called Latinos and Native Americans. Go ahead.
It says, and join them one to another into one stick, and they should become one in thine hand.
One nation again. We're not gonna be divided no more.
God.
You look at the brothers out teaching, and even the different camps. You have representation of all the tribes. You know, go ahead, brother.
It says, and when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by these?
See, go ahead.
Say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand.
There should be one in my hand.
It says, and the sticks whereon thou writest shall be in thine hand before their eyes, and say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh,
This is why
behold.
this is why the 12 tribe chart is so important. When the children of thy people, the Israelites, so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, see that sign, they're like, man, I'm on the sign. What do you mean with that? Why I'm on the sign? Go ahead.
It says,
You got to break it down to them. You know, go ahead.
It says, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whither they be gone,
Right.
and will gather them on every side and bring them to the land, and I will make them
So
one.
a part of basically waking up the people. You got to let them know that hey, the Lord's getting ready to gather us up and take us back to our land. Not just Judah, not just Levi, not just Benjamin, not just Ephraim, not just Reuben, not just Gad. All the tribes have an election in it.
God.
It says 12,000 of each tribe, right? And then you have the rest of the 1/3.
Yep. Revelation 7.
Come on.
It says, and I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one shall be king to them all, and there shall be no more two nations, and neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms any more at all.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you need, brother. Because right now, because even still to this day, you know, Jake be fucking having an evil eye towards his brother, man. I experienced that. You know, Issachar didn't like me. I was dark. I was light. You know, summertime come dark as shit. Get cold. I'm light. I'm a little light brown. And I was a nigga in their eyes. So it is what it is.
God.
With a long fucking ponytail down my back. Fucking nigga though, because Esau. And I always knew they was like related somehow to us.
Yeah.
That's why when we unite in this truth, it'd be more of a good time to just fellowship one another, the different tribes that you can get along with.
Yep.
Because now you're brothers again. You realize that, man, we the same nation of people, bro. And then you come together under the banner of Yahweh Shem Shah, this truth, this knowledge. You know, and you're able to, console your brother now. You know?
God.
You got something, brother?
No, I was just gonna say you're right. You know, all my whole time in school and college, I got along with Issachar real well, and even to this day, you see at the gym and stuff, Issachar always around. We always talking.
But the older ones, it was the older ones.
Yeah,
younger ones was always cool.
Yeah,
but that's true though, and then you learn they do the same shit. Issachar be hooping and shit. They be playing baseball and football. Funny as hell.
God.
Even the wickedness do the same shit. What you got? Somebody get that Isaiah 11.
Okay.
11 and 13?
You get that?
I got it. So you start some more? Okay. This is Isaiah chapter 11 and verse 13. Like, this is the book of Isaiah chapter 11 and verse 13. It says, the envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim.
There you go. And that's why even like your family, whether you be North tribe, Southern tribe, they see you come together with all the rest of the tribes teaching this truth, they be looking like, man, what the fuck they got going on?
Right.
They can't perceive what's going on.
Right.
They like, man, he treating them better than us. Because it says in Matthew 12, that my mother, my brother, my sister, you know, them that do the will of my father. The same are my mother, brother, and sister, you know. So it's a different kind of love,
God.
you know, and we cling to one another.
Precept.
So go bring it out.
Jeremiah 3:18. In those days, the house of Judah shall walk with the house of Israel, and they shall come together out of the land of the north.
The land of the North, North America. Somebody hold Jeremiah 50.
Oh, that's true.
Somebody hold Jeremiah. You know what I want? Jeremiah 50, about the 4th verse. Start it again, Shocky.
Jeremiah 3:18. In those days, the house of Judah shall walk with the house of Israel, and they shall come together out of the land of the north to the land that I have given for inheritance unto your fathers. That was good.
Yeah, so there you go, man. So now we, you know, getting back to that article, man. You know, we see that Issachar had their portion of their slavery or bondage. All right, and that's why Issachar, when they learn this truth, I love to see them, you know, clinging to this knowledge, because they realize that, man, yo, we have to suffer this affliction, all right? But now we got this knowledge. We know that who our enemies are, and it's not our brethren, but Esau, the so-called white man, the one that have afflicted us. You know, he's our oppressor, just like, you know, he oppresses the other tribes.
God.
All right, that evil eyes is turned from Jacob when you learn this knowledge.
Yep.
You know what I mean? The sincere brothers, you know what I mean? Go ahead.
I got another precept.
So, you want me to call one?
Jeremiah 15:4.
Yeah.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 15, verse 4. It says, "In those days, and in that time, saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, the children of Israel shall come. They and the children of Judah together, going and weeping, they shall go and seek the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai their power."
See? So, and not Issachar be cussing out Esau too now, man.
Yep.
Hey, Lord putting that spirit on Issachar. But go ahead, you know what I'm saying? Esau. To cuss their ass out. And righteously, because why? Esau afflicted them.
Precept.
You know, it says that in Isaiah 10 that they should not stay upon them that, you know,
Smote
that
them.
smote
That's what I
them.
got.
You know? Read it.
Isaiah chapter 10 and 20, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more stay again stay upon him that smote them,
Right.
but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth.
Issachar, they realized that, hey, you forced us to put white on our paperwork and shit. We ain't your people. No, we know the truth now. We know we Israelites. We brothers with these black Native Americans. All that, you know. That's how. Hey man, that's how you know Yahweh Shem Shai is working on the tribes. You know what I mean?
God. Yep.
You got something?
Yeah, I was just going to go into that. You know, we were talking about what Esau has done. Run back into what that DDT was doing to
That's
Issachar. And this is just effects of the DDT on the body and what they were doing. It says to the nervous system, swallowing large amounts of DDT can cause tremors, seizures, and excitability, but these effects go away after exposure stops. Here's the one of the key things.
the neural system is important.
Yeah.
That goes to your brain, your you know your bodily function. Go ahead.
It says DDT and its metabolites may disrupt the endocrine system and affect reproductive system. So that's, you know, pretty much killing any further offspring.
Yep. It's like a secret sterilization.
Yeah, well, that's what, you know, when that video at the beginning of this one, you know, it was saying, you know, it was a eugenics program they were trying to do with that stuff.
And that happened real heavy in the so-called Latin culture.
Yeah.
They were sterilizing the Latin tribes heavy.
When they were doing,
So Planned Parenthood
yeah,
for the Southern Kingdom, and they had sterilization, secret sterilization. All right, for the Latin tribe.
yep,
A lot of them was consuming shit that they didn't even know they was sterilizing the women and men.
yep. Yep.
That's how you know it's Egypt all over again.
Yep.
Did you read that in the Exodus where it said, "Let us deal with them wisely, lest they multiply"?
Yeah.
You know, you ain't got to get it, but ultimately that same sentiment is here today.
Well, we've been saying every installment of this series, they're using the same playbook over and over and over again. Okay, you got the same culprits, either the U.S. government or the so-called white woman. You know, in either case.
The white woman.
Yep. It says for the liver, DDT can cause increased liver weight, hepatocellular hypertrophy, microsomal enzyme induction, and hepatocellular tumor induction. I'll put that in the link so you can go look that up.
Cancers.
That's the next one.
Carcinogens.
That's the next one. Cancer, exposure to DDT and its breakdown producing DDE may be associated with an increased risk of liver, pancreatic, and breast cancer.
Man.
Okay. Other health outcomes, exposure to DDT and DDE may also be associated with fetal loss.
Yeah, a lot of Latin women be having breast cancer. To this day, man.
Urogenital birth defects, decreased semen quality,
God damn.
okay, spontaneous abortion, impaired neural development in children, shorter duration of lactation and child growth. Then it had a few questions. What does DDT do to the human body? It says it has been shown that DDT and metabolites have adverse effects on various organs, tissues of mammals, including the nervous system, liver, kidney, reproductive, endocrine, and immune systems.
That was genocide going on in the border.
Yep.
Fucking genocide, man. And you devils out of nerve try to make it part of your little hoax and shit.
Yep.
That's why I'm glad this article came out. Go ahead.
It says, what happens if you inhale DDT, and we know they were spraying it on them. It says studies in DDT-exposed workers did not show increase in cancer. However,
Somebody grab Amos 111.
it has been determined to be a probable human carcinogen, what you just said earlier. It's a carcinogen by the Department of Health and Human Services, the International Agency for Research on Cancer, and the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA. You know when they get involved, there's some shit going on, like we just had with those chemical spills late last year. You know that'll change everything. You know, once the EPA gets involved, you know, take over your land, everything, which that's what they want to do.
Which they full of shit anyway.
Yeah.
They come out. It's because you gotta think about it, it's a government agency. They come out when they already knew shit was fucked up.
And this is
because the lead water. See, they always attacking Jake the neural system. That's why people think of the sword. They think about guns and missiles, and they got chemical swords too.
Yep.
Yep. Biological weapons.
Biological weapons. That's it.
Yep.
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, this is the last one. Is DDT and extremely toxic? And it says DDT is highly carcinogenic, toxic, and hazardous, but indirect exposure is relatively non-toxic for humans. Chronic exposure of DDT can affect reproductive capabilities, embryo or fetus, and breast cancer. And we know that this wasn't indirect. This was purposely done for what they said. So they were hell bent, just like it said earlier. You know, eugenics against Issachar. All right.
The last couple of scriptures or so.
Yeah.
Yep.
You like that Amos one?
I got it. This is Amos chapter 1, starting at verse 11. And it reads, Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4
Edomites, yep.
I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually.
That article, what you just read about the DDT, that proved they cast off all pity.
Yep.
No favor.
It says anger did tear perpetually, right?
Yeah.
Because what kind of wicked, sick shit you do to a people to make them go through fucking gas baths and houses and shit?
Yep.
Knowing it's fucking them up. Everything the brother Barazal just read was fucking this car up.
The scripture says he can show no favor to the young or the old.
That's right.
So it's affecting every part, from the patriarch all the way down to the children.
Even the ones that's not born.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, because think about, you know, the ones that they have children, like kind of like I'm thinking about Japan. You know that neurological
Hiroshima?
effect. Yeah,
Oh, my bad.
They know that should pass down to their children. So imagine, like the brother Barzal just said, they having children, they coming out neural problems and shit.
Yeah.
All because of Esau, so-called white man.
Huh.
Go ahead, brother.
all right, and he kept his wrath forever.
He kept his wrath forever. That's why we're gonna keep our wrath forever. When we got you in slavery, bro. You got something?
No, you had it. Go ahead, bro.
This is Ezekiel 35:5.
These our last precepts in.
Yeah.
Because thou had perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by force of the sword in the time of their calamities and the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord God, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Said thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
Yeah, Esau, he murders. I couldn't say kill, but he just murder people for fun, for sport. He take lives for sport, and he don't bat an eye. It's in his nature to be like a wild fucking beast and spill blood. That's why the Lord said that He's going to prepare him unto blood, since he don't hate blood. All right.
Brother told me to grab.
So all the bloodshed that's in America, like it says in Numbers 35, that the land cannot be cleansed except him that shed the blood, his blood be shed. Basically, roughly paraphrasing, you know.
Yep, which ties in Joel 3 and 21. You got to cleanse that blood. Because I've not cleansed it yet. He tells you how to cleanse it. That's it. Yep.
I got a couple more.
Go ahead.
Jumping down to Ezekiel 35:10, because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it, whereas the Lord was there.
Yeah, some of the nation of Israel, the northern tribes, the southern tribes, the whole nation. Go ahead.
Therefore, as I live, said the Lord, Yahweh, I will even do according to thy anger and according to thy envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them, and I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee.
The Lord going to judge you without mercy. Remember, it says in the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary that the Edomites wasn't promised any mercy from the Most High.
The only neighbor.
The only neighbors of the Israelites. So you fucked up, Esau.
At the bottom of page 142.
Bring the last step, Shaki. Yeah. So that's it, brother. Okay. Time going on there.
All right, so with that, we hope this lesson was edifying for the elect body of the nation of Israel. Once again, going to give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, HaKadosh.
double honors to our apostles and elders of great millstone who well, and teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and our fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also, salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth. If you like to the spectral verbs, you say Shalom.
Shalom.
Kwam Yasharal.
Kwam Yasharal.